All right, do we have sound? All right, do we have sound? Okay, that was fun. All right, do we have sound? All right, we're back. Let's see if we can get this sorted. Hello. We have sound. Awesome. Very cool. Give me 1 second. I'm just updating for some other people. It's so weird that that happened. But, you know. All better. Okay. All right. So let's go back to what I was saying for anyone that's joined thus far. And then I feel bad for anyone who's going to use the other link because the other link is now a dead link. But hey, we're here. So I want to say thank you for anyone who is joining right now and dealing with that technical difficulty. That was fun. But outside of that, thank you so much for being subs. Subbing out the park or the channel has been awesome. Hitting 1,500 subs, definitely a huge milestone for my tiny little YouTube channel. So I appreciate you all. So I figured we'd do something fun today. Jump into Lake George, have a very high level view of what's going on in the park, and do a little bit of building together, and your input is going to be major. Yay, what's up, Infinite Games? Yeah, I remember you. Infinite Gaming. So what's going on? Hello, Zach. How are you? And obviously, Austin. Can you put a Shift Wild Mouse coaster in your park? Well, it's funny. So I'll walk you guys kind of through planning really quickly, give you some high-level stuff of what's going on with the park. Yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see because I've kind of got a lot of this planned out in my head already. There's really only one area that is getting built, not by me, but that will be getting built by Nerd Chapter. I don't know if you know who Nerd Chapter is. I mentioned him in a couple of my videos prior. But Nerd Chapter is going to be doing a pretty cool setup for us. And I'm kind of giving him free reign on what coaster to choose. I think a Wild Mouse, to be honest with you, a Wild Mouse was in the list because for this size park, you know, a Wild Mouse would most definitely be a coaster that they would have in their park. So with that being said, let's have a little look around, and then we'll get into building some, hey? So, if you saw my last video, I've got this little area back here. Yeah, that's fun. This is all back of house stuff that no one should ever see, but you guys are getting the behind the scenes view. So this is the kind of mess I have behind the tunnel entrance. In the last episode, we showed off our tunnel inside and outside. So this is a pretty cool build. I got this idea in doing Monkeylandia. I don't know if you guys have seen this in Monkeylandia. But that was super fun. And then obviously our exterior here, which is our Art Deco style tunnel entrance. It's a little plain, a little bland, but I was kind of following another tunnel, another Art Deco tunnel that I know of back in New York. So it's very similar kind of style. As far as the last episode is concerned, you guys have seen this stuff here and kind of the entryway and what we've done with the main plaza and then these two roadways. What I've done since and what's going to be happening, and I'm not going to go too deep into it, but we've built all this stuff out here, which is the parking lot for coaches and for handicap. That Stark Inferno. Oh, cool. Thank you very much. Yeah. So yeah, that the whole goal is to make it as realistic as possible. You know, somebody like Nerd Chapter who does ultra realism definitely blows me out of the water. But I'm going after that kind of realistic feeling, right? So there's a lot of techniques here that you're going to see in the coming videos that gives you this ultra realistic, or not this ultra realistic, but this realistic feel. So we're going to see in the next few episodes, it's all infrastructure and planning out the infrastructure, right? So there's so much pathwork that's been placed down. We've got all of these rides that have been placed down. And again, there's a lot more to come, right? Because this is the, like I was saying before, and you guys didn't hear me, but this is the pencil sketch before the actual paint gets laid down on the canvas. And that's the whole intention and kind of what we're going after with this particular build. In the next episode, you get to see the beginning layouts of this infrastructure here and kind of, you know, what all of this looks like and kind of my process and how I lay out a park and what I'm going after and setting up the overall layout of the park and kind of choosing the rides that go in it. Now, Canopy Lake, IRL, it's a very flat-centric park, right? It only has 4 coasters, three actual coasters and 1 powered coaster. We're going to be adding a 5th coaster in this park, and that's going to be within the area that Nerd Chacho is going to be building, which is going to be this back area over here. The other thing that hasn't been done yet is terrain work. A lot of this terrain work from about here all the way down to the lake is going to be a slow gradient moving all the way down to the water. And then where we have this, which again, nothing is set in stone as far as where it is, but this right here is actually flush with the water, this train track. So this is something that we're going to be working on. I'm going to be working on before I hand over to Nerd Chacho, because once he gets the park, he's going to be building out this whole section back over here, which is going to be a frontier section, which is going to be really cool. Currently, what I'm working on now, prior to handing it over to him, is wrapping up this whole side of the parking lot. And what you can see is, and I kind of talk about it a little bit in my last episode, is, you know, the car ride and the tram and kind of getting them to incorporate themselves into the parking lots to create movement. And what I mean by creating movement and creating energy is that, you know, you've got it stopping, you've got them stopping, you've got them starting. I haven't done the stop portions yet for the tram work, which I still have to do. But again, the whole ideology behind it is that once we fill this with cars, and no, I'm not filling the entire parking lot. I'm going to be filling probably about maybe a third of it with cars, right? But it's going to give the idea and the feeling that there are, you know, there's actual movement, there's energy, there's, you know, interest, you know. If we go down into peep level, so you can kind of get a vision of what this looks like. You know, if you're in the car and you're driving through, now again, this is not finished, right? You notice how my edges are raw on either side of the asphalt here. Yep, sorry, excuse me, shuttle. But yeah, in real life, you know, there's no curbing. There's no curbing at this particular park, or, you know, as I walk through the street view of this park in real life, you know, there's just mounds of dirt next to asphalt, which is pretty crazy. But as we drive on through here, you kind of get the whole feeling of what this looks like. And you get a better, I think you get a better feeling for it coming through on this side because it's a little bit more completed. So let's do that. Right? So you've got this entire area, which is pretty self-explanatory. You know, this is just the main roadway that comes in. You've got an entire setup for coach buses, an entire setup for disabled, and then whoop, as we speed on through, we've created this setup here, which is pretty cool, where it's a behind-the-scenes kind of entryway with a guy in a truck, and I'm not going to give you too close of a detail. And then, I mean, realistically, you've just got parking lot coaster. Do you know what I mean? The best way to explain it is straight up parking lot coaster. And this is what it is in real life. Right next to the employee parking, which we've set up over here. And again, I'm not going to give you too close of a detailed look because, you know, then what's the point of the future episodes? And then this is all your employee parking. Now, from an infrastructure standpoint, you've got, and this is really fun to set up, you've got employee parking, you've got your employee buildings, and these buildings also double as facades for restaurants and arcade along one of the main thoroughfares that go through towards the back part of the park, which houses our signature coaster, which we haven't named yet. So this would be a fun thing to put out to you guys, you know, in the next episode when I actually launch it, the building of the coaster. Let's put out a little contest what we want to name the coaster. Start thinking now. And then it goes over into this next area, which is not even remotely fleshed out yet, but there's going to be a Gerschlauer there. And then this is all going to be our like waterfront area, which will be pretty cool. And the waterfront literally starts back over there, and you walk straight the way through all the way over towards the frontier area in the back corner there. So again, super high level kind of view. I didn't want to get too close on that. But as you can see from the blueprint series, we got some of our blueprints already in here. So this was our last blueprint series. This came out yesterday. For those of you that have had a chance to watch it or haven't seen it yet. But this was a really fun build. This took me a good, like, I don't want to say 8 or 9 hours to build, which is pretty dope. Yeah, hold on to those names, guys. I'm not ready yet. Not ready yet on those names. But definitely keep them because it'd be pretty cool to have you guys name the signature coaster in the park. But yeah, so we've got this guy. I hope. What do you guys think of this? Do you guys dig it? Do you not dig it? I mean, I think it works out. It's gonna feel very different than it does right now because it sinks down to the level of the water. So all this terrain work needs to be flattened down because it's at you know, quote unquote sea level or water level, and then you take a nice little walk down through a very windy queue over to the station with all nature around it. It's a really well done setup, and this is all like nature. It's a very nature oriented park. If you've ever looked at Lake Canopy or Canopy Lake Amusement Park from Google Maps, pretty dope. But we've got that blueprint that we built. Again, that's available on the website. Or on the website, listen to me. That's available on the workshop. We've also got our lemonade stand, which is available on the workshop as well. This is a really fun build too. Again, not one gridded piece here. It is 100% custom. No grid pieces at all. Which is pretty dope. And then we've got our bump and beats, guys. If you've seen this episode, you knew this one was fun. This was a solid... And remember, there's a delay on the audio, guys. Sorry about that. So if you see me pausing, it's because I'm reading your responses to me talking 5 minutes ago. But yes, this is really fun to build. This took me a good 18 hours to build. And this is where it's going to live in our park, you know, just off of that main area, which is pretty dope. And again, if you haven't seen that episode yet, this is a really good episode to catch up on. This is super fun to build. Super fun. And then we've also got, and this is going to lead us into our next area here, our popcorn stand we did in the very first blueprint episode. This was such a fun build to do too. So we've got, you know, our blueprints that we're building. They are going into the park. We're already setting them up and laying it out. So they have like a solid position in the park, and we're kind of getting that feel for it. But again, it's still very, very, very undone. This is about, I'd say, a good 2 months worth of work so far. With breaks in between, obviously. Or 3 months with breaks in between. I want to say I took a good 3 weeks off from building, period. But I wanted to show you guys, before we get into our little build today, is our carousel. So you saw this yesterday. If you guys saw the postcard that I made, this is our carousel. I haven't shown this off yet. This was the carousel that inspired me building this park, this carousel cover. Don't mind the floating square. That's just for placement. Whoops. Sorry about that. But yeah, so this is the carousel. I love this carousel. Super gorgeous carousel cover. I wanted to go with the light pinks, the pastels overall, and give a very vintage feel. Because IRL, it's a vintage PTC carousel. If you don't know who PTC is, it's Philadelphia Toboggan Company. And they specialize in coasters. They actually built the original Yankee Cannonball, which we've got our copy of the Yankee Cannonball over there. But they built the original Yankee Cannonball, and they specialize in carousels. So the real carousel in real life is a PTC carousel. But what we've done is we've taken their idea and kind of brought it back to that vintage vibe. And this was the inspiration for this park. This is what really brought me to making this entire park a reality, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, so I hope you guys like our little carousel. That's also available on the Steam Workshop. So if you guys, autosave, while it autosaves. So, hi Darren. But yeah, so as you see, the carousel has the 2 blocks on top. So if you want to get this on the Steam Workshop, go to Coaster Monkey Studios on the Steam Workshop, and it comes in 2 pieces. And essentially what you do is you just got to line up those 2 squares that are floating above the carousel. And it puts the 2 pieces together for you because it's an over 4,000 piece carousel blueprint. But yeah, it's available on the workshop. If you want, I can actually... I'll throw up a quick link for you guys just to get to one of the 2 pieces, and then you could sort it out from there. All right. So, next up. So, who remembers this build? Right? We did this one. This was... Let's change the time to a more reasonable time. So, this was our... The backside of our main entrance, main entry plaza. So, this is huge, huge, huge. Let's do this. What I want to do is let's start from this side and work our way forward. Because you guys, I don't think you got a really solid look at this area in the video that we did. So what I've got here is there's been a lot of switching out for TNTK items too. Whoop, sorry. Shuttle bus. You're in my way. But yeah, so what I've done here is I've done a lot of editing. We fixed up all of our... I want to call this a fence, but it's not really a fence. But you know what I mean. This thing. So we fixed that. We made it a little bit more on par with kind of what the styling is. I still have to lower these. I keep forgetting to do that. I've got to make all the digital signage before the park goes over to Nerd Chachos, like all of this stuff as well. It's going to have digital signage on it, which I've got to make. I give you a really good close-up, I think, of our special events building, which we built in the last episode that aired. If I remember correctly, it was the last episode. Yeah, it should have been the last episode. So we've got our special events building. And then I don't think I gave a really good look at kind of what this stuff looks like with the queue lines up to the ticket windows, as well as what the nature looks like in each of these planters. Again, kept it super simple, right? So when we talk about, you know, lower budget parks, and I'm not talking about like a Disney, I'm not even talking about like a Great Adventure or a Cedar Fair. I'm talking like a mom and pop, like a Kennywood, a Nobles, or a Canopy Lake Park. It's going to be very green, very, very light on color. And this is kind of what we went after. For this park, I seem to be doing a lot of yellows and greens, which has been my fun stuff, to be honest with you, and kind of what we've been doing for this park. And here, just in the main one, we threw some minor florals in as well. Again, super simple, super easy, nothing too crazy. Now, for this area here, we're going to keep this wide open. One thing I want to do for this episode, and I was saying this, is we're going to finish up this plaza, right? And I'm going to have your input to kind of help me out with that when we get to it, right? But we're going to finish up this entryway building all the way around, and we're going to put the last bits of details on it, and then we're going to build out these two open faces. So one is going to be a food outlet. One is going to be a souvenir stall. And I will let you guys decide which is going to be which and what kind of food is going to go where, because we're gonna do our best to build those out in this quick live stream, and then we're gonna tidy up all of the edges and make it super clean and clear. Right? So first thing I'm going to start with is just cleaning up our path work and path covers, which is all this stuff. And what I want to do is I wanted to dig into this a little bit. Excuse my extremely slow computer at the moment. It doesn't handle streaming very well, I've noticed, as of late, which is super weird. But what we're going to do is we're going to... Okay, select. Thank you. Deselect, select. We're going to take this and we're going to stretch this out. So I'm thinking, what I'm thinking I want to do is I want to mimic what we've done on this side with this curve here. And what do you guys think of that if I take the curve and I put the curve on this side but in the opposite, so it creates like an oval shape? I'm thinking that's what I want to do. I think it should work fairly well. Actually, let me just delete these. No, I need to delete those as well, don't I? Yep, I do. Alright, so if we make all that go away... See, what would be weird, though, is if we make that one go away, and we have the angle curve out, it's going to curve into our planters. So maybe we should start the angle where the lamppost is. So we'll just delete out these then. Right? And then I'm thinking what we could do is we could just follow this entire pattern that goes all the way across. Oh, stop doing that. That's so frustrating. Alright, we'll duplicate you. We'll bring you here. Can I... Okay, those are going to have to go away for a second. Okay. Let's separate this. We're going to duplicate it. Right? Now... What do we think the angle is that comes out? Do I bring the angle to here, maybe? Or I could start it from here and then edge this off with the concrete as well. Maybe we try that. I keep clicking on that stupid lamppost. Yeah, because we can continue that up and then edge it off on this side. We'll have to do a little cleaning up there, but I think that's where we'll start our angle and pull the angle out. So if I take this now, and then we'll move that off of that building, and we'll start an angle coming from here, right? Because that was 2 clicks, right? Yeah, perfect. So if I do something like this, and then we go one that way, and then we'll take it and we'll duplicate. Nope. We will advance duplicate. And it brings it to here. So now we've got this oval shape that we're creating. It does make it a little bit difficult though with the path here. What if I begin doing this now? Because we know we're going to pull this up anyway. So let's just make it easy on ourselves. And we're going to grab all this stuff. Just pull it on up. And duplicate. And then we can delete anything that's sticking out or is awkward. We're just using this to help us guide the concrete trim out. But yes, I like the way that looks. What do you guys think? Anybody enjoying it? Right? Because we can do that. We'll run our lines straight to the end. Now this one we can duplicate again, and all right. So now, as I make these go away, click on those two, bring that back, duplicate. All right, duplicate. And that'll be a nice little trim for whatever that path is going to look like. Because now, what I would like to do in this stream, is pull out and get all of this stuff done here. All right. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is get a solid location to line it up to. So this way we have consistency on both sides. All right. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And what this will do is this will give us solid lineup. Corner to corner. And there we go. All right. Now, what this is going to give us is this will give us a clear ending. So we can now take this and duplicate it on over. All right. All right, solid. Yeah, I like the way that's going. Now we're going to close this off, and these will all get deleted out. And this will give us just a solid, clean edge for our plaza. These tiles are odd. I don't know if it's because of the way they're textured. Look at that. They change color. So you got to find the right angle that's going to work for them. Don't ask me why it does that. Maybe I'll ask Idro next time I'm in chat with him. It's just the weirdest thing. All right. Let's find that angle. See, yeah, these are just the oddest TMTK pieces. I mean, they're fantastic. It's a really great texture to have this kind of brickwork in your park. It's just finding that right angle so they don't get funky. And I was mentioning this in one of our previous episodes. I think it was when I was doing the security, about the amount of TMTK that there is out there and how some of it is absolutely amazing and some of it has some opportunities, right? It's not all perfect, which is okay, you know, it's gonna happen. But yeah, look at that, that's solid. All right, now we can just duplicate this stuff because this will give us like a nice clean story to create. Duplicate, and it comes a little bit too far out there. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Now I have a stripe in the center over there, don't I? I guess I need to duplicate that too. Yeah, there we go. All right, I like that. Right, it gives us a nice clean story to close off, you know, that area. From a guest perspective too, the variation in your pathwork is huge, right? So it really helps define areas by changing flooring. Flooring is huge. Floorings and ceiling are huge for me when it comes to theme parks. You know, I'll be looking at the floor and somebody like, what are you doing? Or at the ceiling, and it's like, you know, it's very important because it really helps solidify that experience, right? All right, cool. So now we are up to our facades. We've got 2 facades that need to get done. I'm going to leave it up to you guys while I put in 2 pads. We got the one on the left. We've got the one on the right that need facades. One's going to be a food stall. One's going to be a souvenir stall. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. You tell me what you want. And it looks like there's only 2 of you watching, so the 2 of you get to choose. But yes, that's where we are. I'm going to put down just a quick brick pad on the other side. And whoever's watching still, you tell me what you want to see. If not, I'm just doing whatever I want to do. So funny. At least I had some viewers for a little bit. I was expecting no one to be here, and I was having one of those like existential moments, like, oh my god, I'm no good. Nobody likes me, Mom. See, look, it's got that. Oh, that texture is horrible. There we go. Yeah, I feel like these are great out here. All right, Austin. Thank you, dude. My rock star fan. I love it. Yeah, I think these would be great out here too. I think we'll do one on this side. We'll do one over here. We don't need one over here though. I need to put a path in. I deleted that path. All right, cool. And then I think we'll need to copy this. Not that. Nope. Not all that. Not all that. Not all that. Not all that. Okay. Duplicate. See, it's just so crazy. I don't get the way the process works with the duplication and the... Look at that. Why am I getting that? Oh, because it's a part of that grouping. Derp. Derp, derp. Okay. There we go. I don't get the whole being able to or not being able to move stuff in this game. That I'm not... I don't understand too well. Yeah, because I feel like it's just weird. I wonder what the cap is. There's got to be a cap, right? As to why you can't move a certain amount of pieces. Okay. Alright. Alright. I still need to know what you guys want to see in those two facades. Right, we've got a food outlet that's going in one and a souvenir stall that's going in the other. So you guys tell me what you want to see. If not, I'm just going to have to make an executive decision. And we all know that my decisions are always the best anyway, so. I'm just so amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, see, that's perfect. And then we'll do a faux path going into here. Not 8 meters wide. Let's do this. We'll just connect that up. So you got a little faux path going in. So now this curb work comes up to here. So I'm almost debating on running the curb work along there, but we'll have to think on that one. I don't know how I feel about that. Though I do want to pull out some of this. So this concrete slab, and I was talking about this earlier with Misty's. If any of you on Discord know who Misty's is. He's a super cool cat. So him and I were discussing this color. So this color, it's gray, but it's like a yellowed gray, right? You see how it looks like that, like almost the same color, a little bit darker than that concrete color. So what I find funny is that against sand, this color looks, excuse me, this color looks really dark, crazy dark. But what I'm thinking is what I'd like to do, because we've got this whole area here, which IRL is a little like almost like extension of the main plaza, but it's very not, right? And then there's this guy who's just chilling with... I almost feel like that path needs to come forward more. So if I pull the path forward... I think this will be... Alright, because really I just want to just get it from that corner. Yeah, like that, right? Let's turn off angle snap. Because I want it to be almost too close for comfort, kind of. Because that's where we're going to line off that concrete that we're going to throw in. And I guess I could just take this concrete and use that as my base. Now all of this obviously was just staging for the blueprint for pictures, right? So that's all gonna, move or whatever. But I'm almost thinking, if we take this, we bring this here. So there's a popcorn stall in there. Now granted, they're gonna walk through the fence on the outside and it's super silly. But like, if I do that, now this sets the stage for kind of what we want to see from a location standpoint, right? So let's, well, no, because we really would have all that concrete, wouldn't we? Yeah, because we've got the people sitting on the side there. The concrete definitely would cut off because behind here is like a nice little grassy area, IRL. No, I'm lying. Behind here is this is a car ride. So Canopy Lake has 4 car rides in real life. 4. So we're going to be putting another car right here, and this is the largest one in their whole park. So I think we're going to do the same thing, very similar. Um, but we'll cut it off here. I think just get like the basis of what this is going to look like. All right, because it'll be angled there. The car ride station, IRL, is here. And the car ride comes and goes through here and then does a 180 turnaround. So I'm kind of trying to see, like there's going to be fence work up over here, then people probably eating, sitting by the popcorn stall. And then it goes through all here, over to past our carousel, not carousel. I was going to call it a Carousel. Farrah Fawcett cell. No, it's a Ferris wheel. But, yeah. So I think that'd be good. Now we can take this. Now you see this is going to be great. So we'll have a definitive cutoff of this area by using these concrete pieces here. Oh my god, it looks so dark. I've got to definitely do something about that. But I think like to that corner, so this way it closes it off really nicely, right? Let's select all of these before we go any further and just change the color over to that other color we've got going on for the concrete / asphalt / grass fault. Oh my god! It's this color. 464646, I think. Am I right? Was I right? I think I was wrong. I don't think it's 666254. Remember that color, guys. Thank you, Austin. Yeah, I dig the popcorn stand too. It's definitely the most popular blueprint I've done from the blueprint series so far. I want to say it's got like 400 or so subscribers on Steam. So speaking of blueprints, what am I doing right now in blueprints? Well, I've got a really cool build going on right now for next week's episode that I'm doing, and that one is going to be dope, super dope. I'm very excited for that. I'm building a mini stage. So what do we say? 666254. All right. This is gray tone. Oh, I missed one. So it's a mini stage. It's got a canopy over it, which is great. And that canopy, it's proving to be painful for me. I'm not gonna lie. But this build, it's going to be completely with main game stuff. So base game, there's going to be no DLC whatsoever. And why would you say I'm torturing myself like that? Well, one of our community members, he doesn't have any of the DLC. So to hook him up, what I've decided to do is to build at least one, right? At least one popcorn, or one blueprint, excuse me. Not popcorn stand. But at least one blueprint with that main game only, right? Sorry, I was having a brain fart there. I was trying to think about what we're going to do next, right? Because if this is going to come all the way over here, which it does, so this area, IRL, there is a stand over here. There's a grassy knoll over here. So we're going to have to create a tent stand, which is going to go over here, which is going to be some type of a food outlet. But this is all open concrete. And I'm debating on whether or not I want to bring this all the way over or just line it up along the edging. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and we're going to edge this out over here. And this will help create a solid border again. And what we'll do is we're gonna have variations in the ground, right? We know there's gonna be variations in the ground texture. But what I'm thinking is, if I do that and then I come back, because again the path isn't set in stone, right? Just, you know, it's our quote unquote pencil sketches, right? So I'm thinking if we close that off like that, we'll have our fence work for our car ride. Our car ride will run past here. And I'm almost thinking at a later date what we'll do is we'll run that concrete down and we'll edge it off here. But all of this will be that concrete as well. Because this is all open. And we'll do like path work underneath it. Because this is all an open plaza with the tent stand and the open grassy knoll, which is over here. Which is pretty cool. So I'll take that. Yeah, I'm digging that. And now we'll just come through and we'll fill all this in. So in real life, yes, it is 100% this open. I was noticing it today, and I actually said this to somebody, that I was blown away by the fact that the more I look at it, the more I realize Canopy Lake is one giant pad of concrete. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Alright, we don't want to dig into much there because we'll be going into our grassy knoll there, our little planter. Oh my god. There we go. Alright. So now let's do the same on the opposite side. We could probably just grab these and move them over. All right. Now I wonder... Sorry, I was looking at my other screen. Alright. I deleted that. Whoopsie. Alright, now with fence work, this will make a little bit more sense. But yes, it is this wide open. Now, in real life, I think... I want to say this might be moved over more. So I may want to go back and do that. But I want to get into this next. I want to get into this now. Right now. Right now. Yeah. Because that's all open. Alright, so... let's start on this side since, you know, it's only me and you, Austin. Hi, Austin. We're going to build this out. So what I'm thinking is I want to do... I'll do a physical stand, a food stand, right? We'll do a physical stand in the center. And then what we can do is shelve it out on either side. Give it like shelves and stuff. Maybe like a doorway on either side. Or we can do it off to the left. Off to one side. Give it a wall. Bring the wall all the way up. Maybe we'll do that. And we could just block this up. So let's do this next. Where is that wall piece? Oh my god, that was crazy. Right Right, because we'll have to do that, and then we'll have to take you, spin you around, and throw you here. Very awkward angle. No! Huh. Right, and what we can do is we will put in some sort of shopping facility. Right, that's what I see. I'm glad we think alike, Austin. All right, what food do we want to put in here? Maybe we'll do a chief beef. Chief beef. Why not, right? It's an American park. So now this is where this gets annoying, right? So now it's going to stick out the roof a bit. So what I'm going to have to do, when in doubt, throw in a chief beef, always.
Tasty.
We're going to have to take it. We're going to have to pull this back just a little bit. This will be the first food shop in the whole place, and it's going to get... Watch the line that comes now. We need to get our stone. Oh, yeah, we're going to have... I think I'm going to take the awning here and have the awning just wrap all the way around the whole thing. I kind of like the idea of having the awning, I think. Oh my god, people, you're going to get in my way and you're going to annoy me. Watch me get annoyed by the people. Darn people! Okay, what is this? This is stucco, right? No, smooth concrete. Smooth operator! Because what we're going to do is... This is where my genius comes in. We're going to take this. We're going to have it dip back. See now how it's all going to stick out? So what we're going to have to do now... What do you mean you're not connected? What do you mean? I can't move you over. It's because of the path, isn't it? Brrr. Whoa, what is all that path? See, now this is where the pathing tool gets me upset. Look at that. See what happened? Mr. Chief Beef. I'm going to have to move you over first. We're going to add you to grid. We're going to bring you here on the ground. We're going to pull you out, pull you over, pull you back, move you over, bring you up.
Tasty.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Nerd Chacho? Thank you very much for hopping in. Quite appreciate you as always, as you know. All right. Oh, you're so excited. I love it. All right, so we're going to, like I said, bring this in. We'll pull it back a little bit, I guess, to here. We don't want it to cut in. Austin's my go-to diehard. He's awesome. Alright, let's try that. I don't see you as competition. Oh my god, you're a mess. Okay, see, so now we've got a little bit of a gap here on the left that we're going to have to sort out. Which is easy, but now look, it does the path thing again. I hate the path in this game. Oh my god. Stop it. Why would you do that to me? Well, I guess we're going to have to just deal with the path being like that. We're going to make it work. As we always do. Because we're going to turn this into an extended counter. Duplicate. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, so we've got that set up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We will, whoa, hello. Duplicate this. We are creating an extended counter for our little, how do you call this? Chief beef. And yes, people are going to clip it, but that's not what I'm worried about so much. Yeah, and we'll wind up trimming it all out too, which will be pretty cool. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go here with it. We'll bring it this far out. Now, I think what we can do is, and this is where my mind's going, we'll exit that out, right? We will duplicate this one. All right. We'll put up a solid wall on this side here with a faux window. And then we can have like a condiment set up in here. That's what I'm thinking. Catch you later, dude. Oh my god, the Z fighting. Gotta fix that. Yeah, they're gonna clip, to be honest with you, but I really don't care. To be honest. No, we want this one. We'll get our smooth concrete. Now we'll go to this one. And then we will edit this and add smooth concrete above it. See, when you stick out too far, I don't like that. But I need it flush. So we're going to have to place you. Oh, did not want to. let's do this. Okay. I think we might only get to do one of these facades today. I almost feel like, too, I want to switch out the wall. Maybe do... No, I kind of dig the wall. The wall's fine. Alright, so now let's get into building this counter out. We'll go to our trusty friend, Hydro Beams. And then we will do 2x5s in a 4 meter. Oh, where are my 2x5s and 4 meter? I guess I don't have 2x5s and 4 meter. I thought I did. I guess we'll do 2x5s and 2 meter. I wonder if we get away with a 10x10. I think we might be able to get away with a 10x10. If we do the 10x10... See, I told you, look at all the people coming because there's no food anywhere in the park. Sorry, guys. We're going to change the color to gray. So when I think about a counter like this, if you've ever been to Austin, Coney Island, in New York, the counters at Nathan's are this huge. Like, they're so deep. Like, double deep. Which is crazy. But I'm all about it. I don't know why it didn't do that either. Notice I've been doing that a lot lately. I've not been making a building out of it, which has been weird. And now this comes like this. Alright, so now we've got a nice little double deep counter that we can probably stretch this out so that it looks consistent. I feel like I should go with the black that we've got happening, the black trim work instead of this gray. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. And then I can just take this, and now we can... Oh my god, stop it. Thank you. And we'll just stretch this all the way back, because why not? Now we can put condiments and stuff on the left-hand side. And then we can do like a little seating area on the inside with some chairs just in the walkway, like maybe benches and stuff. And I think that'll be perfect. But now it's like one consistent counter. Yes, it's double deep, but that's the thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like the way that looks. Now, as we sort this out, I'm thinking... Let's do our trim work really fast. We'll grab this. Yeah, this is what I do. So I just grab stuff off of off of everything else because clearly I have no sense of... Oh, it is not black. Look at that. I thought it was black. What color is that? What color is that? That's black, right? Not nuts. It says black. Maybe not. Maybe all of this needs to go to that color. Right? So there's consistency. Huh. Alright, we'll leave it as is for now. Right, and now we've got that set up. Now I'm almost thinking If I wanted to do a second window here, I could make a faux window. I could do what we did at the entryway with these and stick with the same vibe of, here, wait, edit, give me you, give me you. Let's pop you out. Because realistically, that's all this is, right? So take you, we'll make you one. We will duplicate. Nope, just wanted the one. Didn't want all that. Edit window. Give me just the one window. Duplicate. And I got more than one window. How do I keep getting more than one window? That's weird, right? Window. That's why. I thought I... Weird. Okay. U plus U makes U, and then we duplicate. Alright. Meow. Yeah, like, I'm okay with this. I feel like this is a thing. Or this would be a thing, like, if the line got too crazy and they wanted to call out, like, guest number 5 or whatever. Right? It plays with the vibe. I'm all about the vibe. I almost feel like because I'm gonna need to trim up I'm gonna need to trim up all of this space. Let's do that next. No. Edit. Thank you. Missy good. Missy so good. Alright, bring that to the corner. And we'll bring this, and this will handle our exposed corner issue we have here by throwing that there, which is great. Now we're gonna have to fill the facade up a little bit. I think what I want to do too is pull it forward so those raw edges aren't exposed. Maybe we bring it forward like that much. Yeah, like there. We'll do like a menu on the wall here. So that's something that's going to have to happen. Okay. Now, I wonder if this would be shingled or not. I feel like it wouldn't be shingled. I feel like if anything would be shingled, it would be this wall here. So what I can do is... Yeah, because this would probably be more open. Because we've got to bring in a ceiling still. And we're going to drop that down fairly low. Let's do ceiling next. And then we can identify kind of what the space looks like. Yeah, I think that's probably our best move. So let's grab the ceiling that we've been using. Which is this one. And again, it's a simple wood platform, nothing too cray. Right? And yes, it sticks out a little bit, but we adjust it, so don't worry. Okay, where is it? Hello? So weird. Quit it. Quit it. Come on now. Just go there, and then we'll adjust you. There we go. Okay. So now we put it in place. We will pop it out of that building. And then we'll set it just a fraction lower. Now, because of the trim work we did on the inside, it works out so that it doesn't stick out the top. So we could probably get it so that it only covers... Yeah, look at that. Just one piece straight across. And it plays with the whole rustic vibe of this particular build, which I'm all for. So move you over. Oh, sticking out the side. Right, so now we've got a nice clear roof. Let us now trim this out. And then we'll do lighting on the inside too, which will be fun. Yeah, I feel like I want to shingle that. Because if we're going to put a counter on the inside here, which I've already got, by the way. Check this out. Well, you know what? No, if I do the maybe I do path. I'll throw a quick little path in there. And we can do a table. An actual, like, garden table. Let's see that. Thinking something like... Huh. So I don't want to do one of these because it's going to be huge. Or maybe that could be cute. No, because I was thinking more... Like where my head was something more like this, but these are too tall. These are the shorter ones, the short cafe tables, which I think are cute. I think these are perfect. Maybe we throw a couple of these in there. Do the wood tops. I almost feel like it would totally be like this, like super tight. And people would have to like squeeze in. Right? Let's see how tight this is. If this is going to even work. So I'm getting ahead of myself too. Like we haven't even finished. I always do this. We haven't even finished the trim work, and I'm over here putting chairs and tables in. But I think that'd be cute, right? And maybe it's a little tight. It's a little tight. We could have it spill out. We could have it spill out. That I'm not worried about. Alright. Do you stick out the top? Of course you stick out the top! Why wouldn't you stick out the top? Let's delete that. We're gonna have this one come on over. Okay. Let us get another 10 by 10 beam. In 2 meter. Oh, that's a color. Yeah, see, that's better length. Yeah, that's better length. Oh my god, the people are in it. I love it. Sorry, guys. You're stuck. Alright. Let's do our lighting trick that we have. I hate it that it automatically goes into that angle. Like, that angle's not the angle that I'm going for. To match up, yeah, you're right? Huh. It's gonna be tight. Maybe we can get away with doing it like that. And we just stick it up. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll just do a couple of those. One there. One there. Center. Okay, and now come back and throw our lights on top of it, and then we'll sink those in. Go massive grayscale. We'll turn the daytime lights off. And bury them in the ceiling. Okay, now we'll duplicate and we'll copy that same look here. That's wicked bright, eh? Yeah, I think that works for me. Alright. So now let's go further. Let's see. And we'll trim this all out over here. And then we'll come back. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to shingle this wall. It looks too flat with all of the green. I mean, it's kind of boring, right? So if I shingle this here and then get a Chief Beef sign coming across the top here. Oh wait, these are horrible, huh? Do these light up? Notice how much I use these, right? Oh my god, that is tragic.
Tasty.
Oh my god, that is so bad. Alright, we're gonna have to name our own. We're gonna name it ourselves. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do that. Oh, autosave. I think what we're going to wind up doing, Austin... let me know when you're back. Hold on. Alright, solid. Pretty sure it's just me by myself right now. Hey guys, how you doing? Coast Monkey here all by himself. What's going on? Alright, so there's consistency there. This all needs to get deleted. Oh yeah, that sounds like La Cucaracha. La Cucaracha. Ay, 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 ay. Alright. We got that. We've got that. Okay, now this, it's a little bit off. Come on now, buddy. Almost there. Right. I feel like there's a little bit extra left over here. I think we could move this and center this. Sorry about this, guys. This is torture. Right here, watch this. Sorry. The travesties of playing this game. Sometimes you've gotta take a step back to take a step forward. And there we go. Okay. Oh, why are you selecting anything behind you? No. All right. So we've got that. We've got that. You know, it's funny. I don't like... No, I don't mind public speaking. I'm lying. Totally lying. But doing this is a little weird. I'm not going to lie. Being on a live stream and having to talk for 2 hours. Now, granted, I talk a lot as it is. Ask anybody who's ever been on Discord with me. But, yeah, this is a little weird to me. Having to be on for 2 hours straight. I mean, I could do it in a 20-minute video. But, yeah, weird. Alright, I think that should make it better. Yeah, it's still a little off with the shingles, but I'm not going to cry over it. Because... see, that's going to kill me. I'm so OCD. I wonder if I make that go away. Alright, let's do that. Let's make that go away. I start the shingles from the very corner. So I think I'm just going to shingle this whole corner out on the inside. And where are we on time? Yeah, so we're just about the right time. So I'm thinking what we'll wind up doing is I'm going to shingle this stuff out. We'll get this edging in. And as far as the detail work goes, I think I'm going to finish up the detail work maybe on our next build. Or when I come back and revisit... Yeah, look at that. That's perfect. I love it. So when I come back and I revisit this area of the park before I hand it over to Nerd Chacho. So we're just going to bang this out really fast. And shingle this up. One, two, three, four, five. Delete. Okay. Shingled. Now we've got to move this in its place. Alright, so we've got a second service window there. So I think putting tables in here might be a challenge. Because it's a little tight, right? I mean, I could get rid of this planter, but why? I love the planter. Yes, I'm totally stealing these, by the way, for that wall. If that's what you were wondering. What is he doing? Of course, it won't click all of them. I love it when the hitboxes are like so small you can't touch the item. Or there's too much of a small item on top of each other. Like, I love hydro beams. They're literally my favorite thing in the whole game right now. And, yeah, they're... Oh, no. I didn't want to put you there. They're a pain in the butt because of their hitboxes. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. The game wasn't designed to have pieces so small. So as amazing as the pieces are... Oh, no, I didn't line it up either. Darn it. This is where I kick myself in the bum. Yeah, as amazing as the game, as the pieces are, the game wasn't designed for such small pieces. So, as much of a service as having these pieces built is, it's a challenge to get them to work exactly how you want them sometimes. You've really got to work out the building tool. It's fun, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a puzzle. And if you've ever heard me say it before, you know, this game is one giant puzzle. That's really all it is. I mean, let's call a spade, right? Giving us all these pieces and all these different things that we try to create other things with, which is awesome in my opinion. No, I'm not going to shingle down to the floor either, if that's what you were wondering. I am just placing to place, and then we're going to come back and we're going to edit. All right. Taking forever to grab these pieces. This is why some of my builds take me hours. Like that. Oh my god, that bowling alley. That bowling alley. 18 hours to do that bowling alley. That was a nice little headache. This guy is very excited about his job on that announcership, huh? Screaming over there. Alright, I'll delete you. We'll duplicate you because you're on the axis. Bring you here. Nope. Move you. Move you. There we go. Yeah, and I almost feel like what we can do is, or what I'll wind up doing is, I'll wind up putting and thinking condiments and stuff inside of here. A condiment tray. We've got these wet tables. The work tables, that's what they're called. Work. I think that's the only one I have. No, it comes in a card as well. I mean, the texturing isn't the best, you know, but I've used them before. I used them in my... What did I use them in? I used them in my Heart Attack grill build. And, I mean, they weren't horrible. They weren't horrible, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I'm kind of liking where that's gone. Now, what I want to do, before we sign off, I am going to put like signage and stuff in, right? But before we sign off and say thank you to, I'm assuming Austin, you're still on. We're going to just throw this awning up, just to get like a nice clear ending to this. Commercial awning. Yeah, so this one here. And this will be our last piece we're going to place. Now this is going to come... We're going to do two of these. We're going to do one in the front facade, and it's going to wrap around the corner. And then it should be a nice, solid, clean awning that comes all the way around. Let me go back to daytime, because that would work, right? Alright, so we're going to bring this like this. We're going to bring this like this. Yeah, that tree is going to be in our way, huh? This one here. We may need to rethink that tree. Hey, Austin. So I'm thinking... Right? And then... Go like this. Bring you to the edge. Our tree is in the way. No! I love these trees. These are N7's trees. N7 from Bro Nation, if anyone knows who that is or what that is. Of course they don't match up though. Why would they match up? There's a slight variance in them. I don't hate it. Let's move you over just a bit more and line you up. There we go. It's a slight variance in it. But if I take all these now, let's make them all one color. The correct color. Whoa, that's weird. Can I... Anyone? Bueller? Bueller. Sample that. I get that back over here. Is that black? I think I chose black by accident. Look at that. Yeah, because we'll do that, and then we're going to take this. And we'll get a nice clean edge on this too. And this will do exactly what we need it to do, right? Which is cover over this door. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, no, our tree can stay. Look at that. I wish the cover went all the way to the corner there, but it's fine. So that's what that's going to look like. And then I don't think we're even going to need the burger sign in here because, oh, darn, look at that. We've got all these things hanging over now. That's a thing. I hate that. Oh my lord, do I hate that. I'm really going to have to think on that one. I don't know how we're going to handle that. Unless I bring out the roof to meet that. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh my god, I hate that so much. Oh look, it comes right through the door here too. That's a lot to think about. Yeah, because this one I guess I can move over. So that I'm not too worried about. You know what I mean? So that'll line up with this one. I don't understand how some of the things in the game don't line up perfectly. It's just so odd to me. But anyway. Yeah, this I think we're going to have to figure something out. I think I'm going to have to build the wall out to match it or put some type of a facade. Pull like down a wooden facade. That's like a lip that comes all the way around. And then frame it on the inside. Hey, Maxie! Yeah, I think that's what we're going to wind up having to do. But that's going to have to happen at a later date because we've officially been streaming for 2 hours and my voice needs a break. So, Austin, you're here. Thank you for staying on for almost the full 2 hours. Anyone else that is on right now, thank you so much for joining. And if you're a sub, thank you for being a sub. If you've not subbed yet, click on the CM subscribe in the right-hand corner of the screen. And thank you so much for being a part of today. This is the first time I've ever live streamed. If you couldn't tell, it's the first time ever, and it was a little awkward and weird feeling. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, thanks so much for streaming with me today and hanging out. And I will catch you guys in the next episode of Coaster Monkey Studios. Thanks so much, guys. Ciao.